Welcome back to Hawk Talk, your source for all things National Park College Nighthawk athletics here on the Nighthawk Network, your official home for Nighthawk Nation. Hawk Talk is presented by Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, by Harbor House Prevention Services, and RAD, Rise Above Alcohol and Drugs. Also by Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and by CHI St. Vincent. Kavanaugh Hyundai proudly supports Nighthawk Nation and is a proud sponsor of Hawk Talk, as well as Levi Hospital and the Arkansas Travelers Youth Foundation. Last but certainly not least, Armor Bank, proudly serving Nighthawk Nation this season. If you would like to support the Nighthawks, you can do so by visiting us online at np.edu/athletics. With head coach Autumn Wyatt, I'm Mark Oliver, sports information for Nighthawk Nation. Coach, welcome back. It has been far too long since we've had the chance to sit down, and I think it's well deserved. There have been a lot of big things happening on the softball diamond this season, and let's start with one of the biggest ones for you personally, capturing your 100th win here at National Park College. That's a pretty great achievement just in your 4th year here at NPC. When you walked in these doors back in the fall of 2021, and you look at everything that we've accomplished in that amount of time, could you imagine that you'd be here right now?
Wow, it seems like a long time when you put it like that. Honestly, I was just thrown into the fire my first head coaching position, didn't know what to expect, didn't know how long I'd be here, didn't know that I would love being a head coach. It was just a great opportunity, and let's get into it. And then here we are 4 years later, loving it, loving what we've built here, and have loved calling NPC my home.
And of course, when we look at your tenure as a whole, you come in and you help lead this team deep into the postseason. And then the next year, it's the Region 2 championship game. And then last year in Oklahoma, we make it to the district championship game. And we're one series away from the national tournament. No pressure coming into this season, right? Big goals for this team. What were some of the goals that you set for this squad coming into this season?
I think some of the goals were to make sure that we were prepared when we got into region play, and that I wasn't going to be too concerned getting wrapped up with our record or our stats or anything like that, but truly knowing that when we step on the field in March and it was region play, that we were going to be ready. And I think through our scheduling and everything, you can see that our record isn't where we would necessarily want it to be, but it's because I stuck true to those goals of we are going to play the hardest competition we can find. We're going to, week one out, see what we're made of and really make sure that when it comes to crunch time that we are ready to go to battle with these really good teams.
You're right. We've been talking about it all season long. This is a team that looks battle tested on paper. And if you just look at record alone, that's really misleading when you consider the strength of this team. 12 of the 14 losses for your girls this year are either to nationally ranked opponents or NJCAA Division I opponents. So, that tells me that you're looking to get over the hump and get to the national tournament this year. And in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. In order to beat the best, you have to play the best. So you're out there trying to get your team as strong as possible. And I love that. A coach that's not super concerned. I don't need to be 30-0 at this point of the season. I just need to be ready for those games that matter at the end of the rainbow once we get to the postseason. So let's talk about this year's group. Of course, lost some talented sophomores from last year's squad, and best wishes to them if they're watching. A great talented sophomore class returned, and a lot of freshman faces joined the fray this season. How have they all come in together into this Nighthawk family and meshed and created this great chemistry that we continue to see with your program?
I think something I pride myself in is getting the newcomers to know each other and the team long before they step on campus. Putting them in a group message together, constantly talking to that group about wanting updates from them, having a signee day each spring of, hey, all of the girls that are signed for next year, come in, watch us play, take pictures with each other, get to know each other, their families, things like that. Usually we have incoming athletes help work our summer camp as well. So that's a good way to see how we run things, reach out to future recruits, all those things. And then by the time they step on campus, it's not awkward anymore. They can start feeling like they can be themselves, they can mesh together, everything like that. I think that this class was a very important class. Like you said, we lost a lot of big, impactful players that have helped us over the past couple years. And we have some great sophomores back that have, been a big part of it too. But I knew that this freshman class was going to have to step up and that they might be a majority of who's on the field during a game, just sheer number-wise.
We've talked about some of the challenges that the program has faced this year, but let's talk about some of the highlights as well. You know, we can ask the girls what their favorite memories are from the season, and it may be a particular play here or there, but I know that you're looking big picture and for the goals that you have ahead. So what are some of those big moments this season? Maybe they're on the field, maybe they're off the field, that you feel like have really helped this team shine brightly?
Man, there's a couple, and they might not be the couple that people would think that they would be. Obviously, it'd be easy to point to the perfect game or, you know, those big moments, which is awesome. Like, I love that. I think one of the big defining moments that proved who this team was actually our tournament going down to Louisiana. So I came down very sick the day that we were supposed to leave in the morning. And, you know, I was freaking out, not knowing what I was going to do, being a coach by yourself. So I made the very tough decision to not go, so that I felt like I couldn't be the best coach that I could be for them, wasn't feeling good at all. And so thankfully my husband, Mark, was able to step up, go down there with the girls and coach them. But them being down in a new state, playing nationally ranked teams, their first real battle test, and going toe-to-toe with some of these nationally ranked opponents, coming out with a huge win down there in a situation that wasn't necessarily comfortable for them. And I told them before I didn't go, I needed them to step up. You know that what the expectations are. I need you to help Mark. I need you to help each other. I need you guys to play for each other. And I think that's exactly what they did when they were down there.
What a story. What a huge story. And it's brought this team closer together. Of course, if you've ever seen the softball team out and about, you know you're going to get a little bit of kookiness, a little bit of crazy, a lot of energy, a lot of love, and a lot of trust in each other. Mm-hmm. This is a team that has each other's back, whether it's the 1 spot in the lineup to the 9 spot in the lineup, whether you're a bench player, you come in the bullpen, whatever your role is, you've got a place on this team and a place in this NPC family. So as we talk about the road ahead, of course, we've mentioned Region 2 play, and it really looks like there's 4 teams starting to separate themselves from the pack right now, and you are one of those teams. Now, you haven't played any other of the other 3 yet, but that's still to come. Challenge accepted?
Absolutely. We haven't backed down yet. We don't plan on doing it, so.
Of course, this weekend, sophomore day, a little bit early this season, which is great because it's bittersweet, but you also still get a little bit more time with these girls. Yes. And you get the chance to have the families come in and have the ceremony a little bit earlier. But, you know, if I could put you on the spot, what's maybe one collective message that you would like to send to this group, these 6 sensational student athletes that have helped grow this program?
Whew. Gosh, I could say so much to this group. The big thing I want them to know is how much I love them. U6 have been an integral part of what we've continued to do here, is put ourselves on the map, you know, have fans come and be excited to watch us, want to be involved in the program because of what you bring to it. And people will never know some of the things that these young ladies have gone through during their time in college, and how much they've grown. And I am just so, so proud of these 6 young women, of the growth that I've seen within the past year. You know, these 6 came into their exit meetings and were just hungry. I mean, we had just lost out, and they were just, chomping at the bit to already start the next year, and telling me how great of leaders they wanted to be, and that they wanted these freshmen to know that this is going to be the year. And they've held true to that. You know, they wanted me to challenge them and hold them accountable and to a high standard as leaders, and I have, and they've stepped up to the plate big time.
Yeah, absolutely. Great leaders that will be hard to replace here at NPC. And we thank not only them, but their families as well for choosing National Park College to continue their softball career. Coach, great season so far. The best is yet to come for Nighthawk softball. We appreciate your time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you so much.
Coach Autumn Wyatt of Nighthawk softball. You can follow the team online on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And special thank you to all of our sponsors. For Coach Autumn Wyatt, I'm Mark Oliver. This has been Hawk Talk on the Nighthawk Network.